StorTRACK scanning capabilities.
Can StorTRACK count the number of objects on a shelf?
Yes, StorTRACK uses multiple cameras to count objects accurately and quickly, even within intense and cluttered bins.
Will StorTRACK inform you that it saw an object, but could not read the barcode or label?
StorTRACK will report on discrepancies when it sees an object and is unable to read the applicable barcode or other identifying information.
Can StorTRACK inform you of how full a bin is?
Absolutely. StorTRACK determines the fill level of a bin by capturing the bin depth and color images of its contents, and then analyzes the contents using advanced algorithms.
Can StorTRACK tell you if there is a pallet present?
Yes, StorTRACK can identify the presence of a pallet in a specific location.
Can StorTRACK tell how big an object is?
Yes, StorTRACK uses depth cameras to accurately measure the size of objects, even irregular shapes, to provide accurate inventory data.
Can StorTRACK tell you how big a parcel is?
Affirmative. StorTRACK can measure the size of individual parcels, which is useful for optimizing packing and shipping operations.
Can StorTRACK tell you how big a pallet is?
StorTRACK can measure the size of entire pallets to provide accurate inventory and storage data.
Can StorTRACK tell you how many parcels are in a pallet?
Yes, StorTRACK can count the number of parcels on a pallet, which is useful for identifying inventory levels and optimizing storage space.
Can StorTRACK tell you the SKUs on a pallet?
StorTRACK can read and identify SKUs on a pallet, providing accurate inventory information for tracking and restocking purposes.
What objects can StorTRACK scan?
StorTRACK can scan pallets and cases and individual eaches facing the aisle.
What are the unique scan capabilities of StorTRACK that no other cycle counting providers have?
StorTRACK has a dense array of cameras which allows it to scan and count densely arranged objects. This sort of task is prone to errors by warehouse workers. Dense counting is also very difficult for drones and AMRs, but not StorTRACK.
Can StorTRACK scan double-deep pallets?
Like any other cycle counting automation, StorTRACK needs a line of sight to scan objects. However, warehouses that use the MHE-mounted pick track system can keep track of all put-away pallets.